Batch juicing has allowed me to get so many nutrients in on a budget while not having to spend a lot of money, and it's so much cheaper compared to buying a juice or smoothie from a juice bar. So let me show you how to become a master at batch juicing on a budget. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another Anti-inflammatory treats video where we prioritize health and longevity. So today I wanted to show you all a picture and just a little glimpse of how I like to batch juice. I used to work at a juicing bar, and I used to like to buy juices from juicing bars as well as smoothies and everything, but buying them can be super duper expensive. Buying a large green juice at a juice bar can cost as much as $11 for just one juice, whereas you can take that same $11 and go to the grocery store and grab everything, use a juicer at home and store it in either your fridge or freezer and have like a gallon or two of juice. I love juicing because it really adds extra nutrients into my routine and my day. Honestly, I like to drink a juice a day as if it's like a coffee. I don't like to use juice as a replacement for meals because it's not a proper meal replacement, but I love to use it to get extra nutrients into my day, especially nutrients from different greens, leafy cruciferous greens like kale, like dandelion, like collard greens. It would be kind of hard to like eat this much greens in one sitting in a day, whereas when you're juicing that, it's just so much easier for those nutrients to get absorbed into your body. And it's also great for detox. It's great for whatever you might want it to be, for weight loss, for a detox, for clear skin. Juicing is honestly, it's just changed my life. It's really helped my digestion. When I wake up in the rising, I love to have a juice first things first to start off my day, because one, it aids in hydration, and two, it helps to prepare my stomach for the food that I will be putting into it later on. So this juice that I have today is quite simple. It's like my classic green juice. We have some kale and some romaine lettuce. Kale is extremely high in iron and calcium and other vitamins and minerals, and I just love to get kale in. This specific kale is dino kale. I love its color, and I just love the taste of it compared to other kales. Of course, you can use any kale that you want, but I just love this kale specifically. Romaine is also great for hydration, and honestly, I just had it from a salad that I didn't put into my salad, so I'm gonna juice it up. I have some celery. Celery is just so amazing for you all around, and it's quite affordable. And I have, of course, a whole heap of ginger. I have a lot of ginger because this is amazing for detoxing. It's anti-inflammatory, it helps digestion, and it's just incredible. I have these two abnormally large cucumbers that are kind of freaking me out. Maybe when you buy your cucumbers, don't buy them so gigantic, but when you're making a good green juice or just juice of any color, you need to have a good base of something that has a high water content, because you're not going to get a lot of juice if you're only juicing like leafy greens. So these cucumbers are going to add a lot of water content for our juice, as well as the celery. These are both things that are very high in water content. Next up, we have a couple of apples. These are basically just to add sweetness. If you do not like sweetness in your juice or combining fruits with vegetables, you can go ahead and just leave out this. I, however, have no problem with combining fruit and vegetables, and I don't notice any like difference in my stomach or digestion when I do. And then I'm going to be juicing some tangerines. These are going to help bring out the iron in the kale, and it's going to add vitamin C as well, and it's also going to make it a bit more sweet, and which is nice. And then last but not least, we have an entire lemon. Honestly, the juicer that I'm going to be using can just juice this lemon as is, but I'm going to be taking off the skin because I don't want the skin of the lemon to overpower. And a lot of times with non-organic lemons, the peel does have a lot of like pesticides and stuff. So the juicer I'm going to be using today is the Kuvings AUTO10 juicer. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I'm sure you've seen this juicer in a lot of them. I love this juicer for all the things that it can do. It is a cold press juicer. It does come with a high price tag, but it just gets the job done so well. And there's a difference between cold press juicers and juicing with a blender or like a high speed juicer. Basically, if you're using a high speed juicer, your nutrients will only last for 30 minutes, as opposed to using a cold press juicer, your nutrients will last for 72 hours. That's a really big difference. And honestly, a lot of times when you're buying from a juice bar, they will have a high speed juicer. So if you don't drink that juice within the first 30 minutes, you're not getting the ultimate nutrients. So this is another reason why I love to juice at home. This juicer is also a hands-free juicer. So as soon as you load everything up into your hopper, you literally can just walk away until you open the spout and your juice is ready. I am seriously so in love with this thing. It also makes nut milks. I've also made different fruit sorbets in here as well, like watermelon sorbet. I've made strawberry sorbet. I've made frozen mango sorbet. This juicer can do so many things, and on top of that, it also has a 15-year warranty. If you're interested in 10% off of this juicer, go ahead and use the code ITALEATS and the link in the description box. Now let's go ahead and start to juice. First things first is I'm going to go ahead and peel the tangerines. You can use any citrus you prefer, like pomelo or grapefruit or more lemons, or even blood or car oranges, but I decided to go with tangerines today because they have a good amount of vitamin C and they're super sweet and delicious. I love to put my leafy greens in first into the juicer so that they can get the most juice out of them, and it also works much easier on the juicer and the juicer motor. Once again, I really love this juicer because it's completely hands-free, and once I put everything into the hopper, I can literally just walk away. And the pulp is also extremely dry, so I can dry it, dehydrate it, turn it into a green juice powder or whatever else I might feel like doing with it. And another thing I really want to emphasize when it comes to juicing is that you do not have to use bags and bags of leafy greens or kale. Making sure that your green juice has a base of a fruit or a vegetable that's high in water content is key to batch juicing on a budget. So making sure there's a whole heap of cucumber or celery in the juice is super important because it will help to make the juice stretch and help make it more affordable, because cucumbers and celery tend to be more affordable in higher amount quantity compared to kale. Another tip I have for when batch juicing is to always make sure to buy fruits and vegetables that are local to your area and in season. So for example, if strawberries are in season, definitely make some strawberry juice. If cherries are in season, make that. If plums or apricots are in season, do that. That is another thing that will help to make batch juicing much more affordable and budget friendly. And the next thing is also to get a high quality juicer so you can get the most liquid out of your juice, and make sure that your pulp is dry, because dry pulp means that you have gotten the most juice out of your produce. So here we have the final product, our 2 juices, and honestly, depending on how much you drink, this could probably last you like a week. For the ingredients, it was basically like kale, a little bit of romaine, some celery, cucumber, everything basically would have come down to less than $20. I personally shop at Aldi, so Aldi is one of the most affordable grocery stores in the southern United States. If you're going to like Whole Foods or Sprouts, just beware, your ingredients will be a lot more than $20. I am super obsessed with the color of this. It's so green and so vibrant and so gorgeous, and it's full of chlorophyll. It's full of so many different nutrients and vitamins, and I'm so happy that now I have these batched and prepped and ready to go. As mentioned earlier, the nutrients in these juices will stay fresh for 72 hours. That doesn't mean that they will spoil after 72 hours. It just means that the optimal and prime nutrient level is not going to be as dense as it will have been in those first 72 hours, and that's thanks to our amazing cold press juicer. Now, if you want to keep them for longer than that, you can have the choice to freeze them. You do not have to freeze in plastic if you do not want to. Just make sure you do not fill it all the way to the top. Maybe if you want to freeze it, maybe put it like right here, or so that it has enough room to expand, or maybe even like right here. Just keep that in mind when you're putting glass into the freezer. That is a very important thing to keep in mind. With that being said, the full recipe will be linked in the description box up down below, as well as a link to get $70 off of this juicer. If you enjoyed the video, please stay tuned for more. Thank you all so much for watching, and I wish you so much love, light, and blessings on your healing journey. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!